Hey, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I'll be showing you one of the top prismatic Titan builds in Destiny 2. So I made a Titan build with the Syntho steps recently, and I didn't have a lot of the fragments and stuff unlocked. So I wanted to fix that build video and show you the updated best Titan prismatic build. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, don't forget we are doing that Funnel Shape Annual Pass giveaway if you want to have a shot at winning a free copy of the Deluxe Edition. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down from 1 to 10 how much you are enjoying the Funnel Shape so far, or if you've played it yet. Nonetheless, that's enough talking from me, guys. Let's get into it. So we're going to start with the fragments and aspects here. Obviously, for your super, I would suggest using Twilight Arsenal because Twilight Arsenal is one of the best DPS Titan supers outside of Cursor of the Falling Star or the Blade Fury super. But Twilight Arsenal does 40k when you pair it with the Star Eater skill using the exotic class item, which that is for a different build video. But yeah, let's keep that on the low. For your perks, Transcendence, Electrified Snare, for your abilities, Thruster, this will help chain your Frenzy Blade and Glacier Grenade. Then either Strafe Lift or Catapult. Then we have Frenzy Blade, of course, with Glacier Grenade. Glacier Grenade is going to buff one of these aspects, or not aspects, the fragments that we're using. Now, for these two aspects, very, very important to synergize with Syntho Steps. Knockout, this is going to keep our survivability up, and then we're going to pair this with Concretion. This is going to give us a melee which allows slide and it activates our charge melee and it ignites and scorches targets. For your fragments, Face of the Courage, your arc and solar and void abilities deal increased damage to targets afflicted with darkness debuffs. This will synergize with Frenzy Blade. Face of the Balance, rapidly defeating targets with light damage grants melee energy. Rapidly defeating targets with darkness damage grants grenade energy. This will help our Glacier Grenade. Then we have Face of Hope. While you have an elemental buff, your class abilities regenerate more quickly. Our elemental buff is going to be from our melee. Face of Dawn, powered melee hits against targets make you radiant. This is going to keep us radiant with knockout. Then we have Face of Purpose. Picking out a board power grants amplified restoration, frost, armor, woven mail, or an overshield. We're going to get that overshield since we're running Face of Purpose. Now let's get into weapons. Weapon-wise, you can kind of run whatever you want with this build. It does not really matter. I just have two things on because I just transferred them from dim. Excuse me on that. Now, for your stat distribution, 10 discipline, 10 resilience, and the highest strength possible, I would suggest getting the right armor for this build, like having 10 resilience, because if you don't have 10 resilience, you're definitely not going to have that survivability and damage decrease that the ads will do on you. And then when you have that strength, you get your Frenzy Blade back. Starting with the helmet mod, I would suggest using Powerful Friends, and then throwing on Strand Siphon and a Harmonic Siphon, because, I mean, we're going to be switching off the Void Weapons. Now, for Synthosteps, triple melee kickstart, and if you can afford it, just throw on an extra mod, that's going to benefit you, of course. Then we have Concussive Dampener, charged up. Then, better already, Invigoration and Invigoration with Bomber, Bomber, and Bomber. This is going to be the best Prismatic Titan build. Anyways, guys, I'm going to load us into something and show you guys how this build works. I'll see you then. So, as you can see, we're here in the Paled Heart with scaled enemies, of course. So these enemies aren't 1600. They do a decent amount of damage. So we have our Frenzy Blade. Now, when we kill one of these odds, we get Knockout and Amplified. And now we're Radiant. Now, the Radiant buff that you actually get from this is really, really nice. Then we pair this with Thruster. When you use your Thruster, you're going to get your Glacier Grenade energy back. So just make sure you're using your grenade as much as possible just to keep the synergization up there, because that does make a huge difference. Now, look at the blast radius. That's 6,000 damage just from breaking that stasis grenade, and those guys weren't even near me. Obviously, where these enemies are scaled down a bit, they're not going to do, like, a lot of damage, and my things are going to do more damage than what it looks like. So, obviously, you can't just, like, brainlessly run at things, but if you're ever in a clutch situation, like, I mean, we're doing 46k with knockout, right? Then we have 46k Radiant plus knockout, and then 17k when we don't have Radiant procced and knockout procced. So yeah, you're going to put in a lot of work with this build. I would definitely recommend trying out this build. When you get 2 melee kills, it procs Radiant and knockout, and then you're going to do 46k per melee hit. I know there's other buffs too that you can actually use with Prismatic, but unfortunately they're not on Warlock, or they're not on Titan. They're only on Warlock and Hunter, so that is kind of lame. To be honest with you, Prismatic is good, don't get me wrong, but I would honestly just suggest running the white subclasses because Prismatic's kind of just more of like a cheap white subclass, I guess. I really wish with the subclass they would have added a few more important things that it needed. Like they didn't add all the fragments, they didn't add all the aspects, so it feels kind of off. Also, keep in mind when we have this melee right here, we can just kind of slide, and we get that bonus there. Obviously, you can't use Frenzy Blade, but yeah. You get that nice melee, you can slide boom, and then you're going to proc that ignition, and it's going to do some more damage, and it will also give you your Glacier Grenade back. Just to kind of show your Glacier Grenade radius, let's throw a Glacier right here. I'm going to shatter it. Look at that. A lot more damage and increased radius on it. But yeah, that's all we have for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this build. Leave a like, sub. Have a great night, guys. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace, Guardians. Guardians, I would like to recommend you a fantastic service. Diving.net, you can find teams to complete different activities like raids, dungeons, Trials of Osiris, exotic farming, and many more endgame activities. The best part about the service is it does not require you to share your account information whatsoever. You don't need to give your login or password to order a service that you like. All you have to do is select the self-play option. To do this, select something you like. In this case, I'll do Crow Design. You're going to choose your clear option. I'll be doing the full clear, so click full clear. Then select the self-play option. As you can see right now, we have $25. To get a discount, make sure you type in code HECTIC for a 15% discount here. As we can see right now, our total is $25.05. If we apply this coupon, we get $24, so you save a dollar. I would highly advise doing this. From here, you're going to choose a payment method. There's Visa, PayPal, and a few other payment options. In this case, we'll be using Visa. From here, agree to the terms and services, and then proceed to checkout. I would highly recommend Niming.net, especially because the funnel shaper is releasing and there's many awesome services that can be done. That's all for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one.